Well, hey everyone. It is going to be a car video because I am on the run. I'm going to go get Samuel from work. If I can put the gear stick in first. And so I decided that we could talk some while I'm driving to go get him. It is Thursday at 5:20, so this is his Friday. He's usually off on Fridays, so this will begin his weekend. Alright, so I want to catch up on a few things. First of all, I am a grandmother now. We are grandparents, and I love it. The only bad thing is I hardly ever get to see him. I get to see them on video and stuff. They send pictures every day and videos almost every day. But being that we live 6 hours apart from each other, of course we don't see each other often. Often. He is 6 weeks old now, and I was able to be there the first 1.5 weeks that after he was born. So I was able to help out in the house and help Brittany and Mark and hold Jaden a whole lot. That was fun. So the girls and I stayed in Virginia with that after Jaden was born. So that was good. Let's see. So we did not plant a garden this year. It's been extremely busy. And so our garden needed what I call it Sabbath rest, and so that is this year. So no garden this year, but we were able to get the pool going. We went to 2 or 3 summers without using the pool. I think it was 2. Summer before last, we were going to get the pool going, but Brittany, all of a sudden from April 1st, she was a single lady to September the 24th, she was married. So that took up any pool funds that we had at that time. So no pool then. Last year funds were taking up too much, so we didn't do it then either. So then this year we finally got it going. So no garden, but we have the pool. And I'm very thankful for that because I was trying to take the children around to different parks and keep them busy during the summer. And so this is a way to occupy them and keep them happy. And I'm happy because I don't have to see a nasty hole in the ground. It looks nice. So hopefully this pool will serve us for a few more years, but we've decided that this will be the last liner that we put in it. The frame is very wore out. We've had this pool for 20 years. This summer makes 20 years. So it has served us very well over the years. Hopefully, I don't know, we might get just 1 more year out of it, or it could be 4 or 5 more years. I have no idea. But for however long this liner lasts and all of that, then we'll keep the pool. Then in its place after that, of course, we might get those cheaper pools like you could get at Walmart for the children, but I might just set up a little herb garden or something inside that pool fence later. A big incident that happened this summer is I got poison ivy. It doesn't sound like it would be a big incident, but it was so bad I had to go to the physician and get a prescription for prednisone and allergy meds. Turns out it went into my system, and I'm still healing over it, but things are getting a lot better. So that was a blessing. I tell you what, if I went through all of that to find out things that I have found out in the past few weeks about anti-inflammatories, natural hormonal anti-inflammatories, and to make a long story short, all of you probably, or most of you know that I have arthritis, systemic arthritis, and I have had it for over 20 years. Well, I probably had it before then, but I was diagnosed over 20 years ago. I am not one to use physicians any more than I have to. So with that, I have been taking medicine on my own and dealing with it as I could. But with prednisone, with the poison ivy bit, I found out how good I could actually feel. And that's good. That's really, really good. Because most mornings I have to wake up and give it a good hour, if not sometimes up to 2 hours, for me to be able to even walk without being in excruciating pain. So for me to be able to take prednisone and feel like a normal person, all I feel are like a few little sticks in my hip and thigh, just few little pricks. This is great. And besides that, it also, I have had a whole lot more energy. Like I said, RA is systemic, so I have had a whole lot more energy, clarity of mind, and just feeling very good. Even with having to deal with getting over poison ivy and a head cold and a few other issues. It's been great. So that did spur me on to be studying on pregnenolone, I think you say it. And what was that? Some other things like DMSO cream, black cumin oil, and there's a few other things that I am trying to implement because I don't have like 20 more grams of prednisone to take, milligrams, and that's it. So within the next few weeks, things could be going back to my bad norm, and I don't want that. So I'm trying to get this stuff in place, get a regimen going so that I can feel like a normal person, a good norm. So that's been going on. We had not had a shed to store things in at our house for a number of years, and we have one on the ground that we are planning on putting up once again when funds are available, because we have to pour concrete for it. It's a 20 by 30 metal building. But meanwhile, I was thinking a few weeks ago, our last chicken that we had died this summer, and our last hen, and while I do plan on getting hens maybe next year or the year after, we had an empty chicken house, a chicken coop, and I told James, I said, oh my goodness, all of this stuff that we've been waiting to figure out where we're going to store it, we could put in the chicken coop. So we have turned our chicken coop into a storage shed. It's only like an 8 by 8 or 10 by 10, something like that. But it's enough to store a lot. So we were able to get a lot of stuff off the porch. And I was calling our bedroom the garage because it was in such disarray. And so I'm so glad to get that stuff out of there. And then we have like 2 closets in our bedroom. One we use for our clothes. The other one we were using for the garage stuff and for old homeschool stuff, blankets, craft stuff, just all kinds of stuff. Well, we cleaned all of that out. I'm going to turn it into an office area. I'm just so excited about that, y'all. It's like Christmas. It's an extreme gift because we're able to shift so many things around in the house that we weren't able to before because of having to store all of this stuff, because we had home improvement stuff, automotive stuff. James works side jobs sometimes in heating and air and gas, and so he had his equipment in there, woodworking stuff, all kinds of stuff. So it's fun. It's gone out to the shed. It's fabulous. I can't believe it. So that's a big one. I'm trying to get everything organized from that, get everything where I actually want it to be, and then I have not done school plans for this coming school year, and that starts in 6 weeks. Last year I was on it. I did school plans like the first 2 weeks of summer break. I did school plans for the following year. So I've got to get on that. I have a new curriculum that Lord willing will work out that we are going to be using. It is free for, I don't know, maybe 40 to 50% of our subjects for all of the children. So I'm excited about that. Hope it works out well. If not, I'm going to have to improvise and do a whole lot of supplementing with other materials. But I've been in this thing for 19 or 20 years, so it's okay. I think this will be our 20th year homeschooling. So it's going to work out fine. So that's for homeschooling. As far as weight loss, I am exactly where I was a few months ago. From the original, I would say I'm down, what would that be? 9 or 10 pounds. Not much, is it, to be spending all that money on Weight Watchers? I did cancel my Weight Watchers subscription, so I won't be getting that starting as a day before yesterday, but it's okay. I've got that program memorized, and I also have the Ultimate Food Value Diary app that I use as well. Some of the points are off on that, but I think it pretty well comes out even in the end. I've also been implementing things like, if you watch how Jen does it, what she eats is amazing. It's Weight Watchers. It's freestyle. It's Whole30. It's amazing. Well, it has a flavor of all of that. So I'm watching stuff like that and keeping in mind what the points would be. Now, I am eating a whole lot more good things, but I would say that the quantity has been higher because of the prednisone. At first, it wasn't really affecting my appetite, but I do believe in the last 4 or 5 days it has. So I have to watch that. So whenever I do, I don't know, sometimes I'm schizophrenic with that. Sometimes it's a carb thing, like it going on a muffin binge. And then sometimes it's eating good, like grabbing a handful of almonds or a piece of fruit or something. So, yeah. Anyway, but I am hoping that all of this natural regimen that I'm going to be doing that will help my joints will also help with weight loss. I really do think that it will. So I think that is pretty much everything. I have 13 minutes and this could shut off at any time. So I better let you go. I'm almost at Samuel's work to pick him up. But anyway, I will talk to you later. Bye.